Some of you may know, just a couple weeks ago was the 20th anniversary of the release of Trouble. 20 years. And although I may look younger than I did 20 years ago, I listened to that album recently for the first time in probably 20 years. We recorded it 23 years ago. It took 3 years for it to find a home because it wasn't meant for release. It was actually an album I made of demos as a songwriter. The initial interest in me was through a publisher as a songwriter, not as a performer. I didn't even know how to sing. But they felt I was a strong songwriter, or I was a promising songwriter, so they brought me out to LA to Oh, I Love You Too. And I'll make it brief. I'll keep it brief. Once I start talking, you know, it could be a while. So they brought me out to LA to record some demos as a songwriter, a promising songwriter. To emphasize this, promising. Okay, so we go in the studio and I start to record my songs, and at a certain point, you know, there's probably burn or something in recording this, and everyone's sort of looking at each other like, what's... And they say, hey, this doesn't really sound finished. It doesn't have a chorus or a bridge. And I'd start another one, I'd try something else. All the Wild Horses, right? And the guys are like, this doesn't sound finished. This doesn't have a chorus either. This doesn't have a bridge. And it went on like this. All of the songs, all of them, they would say, I don't know, this doesn't sound finished. Maybe we should bring in a couple other songwriters to work with you and help you finish your songs. And, well, I said no. It was all very well intentioned. I don't blame them. It's true. The songs are strangely shaped, and they're just not conventional. But I felt strongly about them as what they were, and so I did it. I just left it as it was, and then I went back home, and it was maybe 6 months later, the guys called me from the publishing company and said, well, no one wants to sing these songs. There's no takers, you know, no one's banging down the door. But, strangely, everyone we play them for, they respond to them the way you're singing them. And so, it became clear in a strange way that the only way that the songs could work was if I presented them together. Which, at the time, I wasn't prepared for because I had no intention of ever doing that. I thought, you know, if I could write songs for other people and someone would record something once in a while, I'd be very happy with that. But as fate would have it, it threw a challenge my way. And now, 20 years later, looking back at it, even though at the time it felt strange and kind of, I was unsure of it, if it was the right path for me. But I can say now, honestly, it's really, if it wasn't for music, if it wasn't for you supporting me, I don't think I could have grown into the person that I am today. So I want to thank you. It's probably more likely I would have thrown that discontent and uncertainty about life and myself out sideways in negative ways. My little brother suffered from that. He never could find himself, and just could never figure it out, you know. Spent most of his life in jail. Not for hurting people, but for acting out in negative ways. He didn't know how to channel his energy into something positive, which is sad. But all of this is to say, again, just thank you for allowing my music into your life. So this next song that I'm going to sing is really interesting to me because I listen to it now and I think I don't recognize this guy. And yet, I do. Maybe I don't want to recognize him, or maybe I don't. I don't know. I think I still have something to learn from my younger self, but this is just a glimpse into 26-year-old Ray's world.